everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about mathematics of cryptography, that is modular arithmetic. The another way of putting this is giving any positive integer n and any integer m. If we divide m by n, we get an integer quotient q and integer remainder r that obey the following relationship. The remainder r is often referred to as a residue of m modulo n and is smallest non-zero negative integer that differs from m by the multiples of n. For example, if m is equals to n is equals to 7, 11 is equals to 1 into 7 plus 4 and remainder is equals to 4. If suppose for example it is a non-negative integer, m is equals to minus 1, n is equals to 7, minus 1 is equals to minus 2 into 7 plus 3. Remainder is 3. Two integers a and b are said to be congruent, denoted by that congruent symbol if a is congruent to b mod m. That is equivalent to a mod m is equals to b mod m. We can write a congruent to b mod m as a mod m is equals to b mod m. That is a is congruent to b modulo m. Alternatively, in arithmetic modulo m, a and b are equivalent if their difference a minus b is a multiple of m, that is m is a minus b. Set of integers z m is equals to 0, 1 to m minus m form the complete set of residues modulo m. There are only m different integers and mod m. The operation of a mod m denotes the residue of a such that the residue is some integer from 0 to m minus 1. This operation is called as modular relation. Example 10 congruent to 2 modulo 4 because 4 10 minus 2. Congruency is an equivalence relation that is it satisfies the reflexive law, that is A is reflexive to B, symmetric law A is congruent to B, that is equivalent to B is congruent to A. Transitive law, that is A is congruent to B congruent to C, that is equivalent to A congruent C. Finding the smallest non-negative integer to which k is congruent modulo n is called reducing k modulo n. We can also add and subtract congruent elements without losing congruence. A congruent B and C congruent D is equivalent to A plus C congruent B plus D mod M, and that is also equivalent to A minus C congruent to B minus D mod M. Multiplication also works. A congruent B and C congruent D is equivalent to AC congruent BD mod M for integer B, C. Modular arithmetic is like ordinary arithmetic. It is commutative for addition and multiplication. A plus B is equals to B plus A. Associative, A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. And it is distributive, A into B plus C is equals to AB plus AC, and B plus C into A is equals to BA plus CA. A very important property of modular arithmetic is reducing each intermediate state modulo m yields the same result as doing the entire calculation and then reducing the result to modulo m. That is a plus b mod m is equals to a mod m plus b mod m mod n. A minus b mod m is equals to A mod m minus B mod m to mod m. A dot B mod m is equals to A mod m dot B mod m mod n. A into B plus C mod M is equals to A dot B mod M plus A dot B A dot C mod M mod M. This means that we can do modular arithmetic without worrying about whether we will exceed some large arithmetic bound. So such calculations can be done on computers even for large integer values. Here are some possible values of a plus b mod 8. A plus b mod 8 0 1 2 3 4 7 0 1 2 3 4 5 7 1 1. It is like a mod 0 mod 0 plus 0 mod 8 is 0, 0 plus 1 mod 8 is 1, 0 plus 2 mod 8 is 2, 0 plus 3 mod 8 is 3, 0 plus 4 mod 8 is 4, 0 plus 5 mod 8 is 5, 0 plus 6 mod 6 mod 8 is 6, 0 plus 7 mod 8 is 8. For example, we'll take some random number. 6 plus 6, that is 12. 12 mod 8 is 4. And we'll take another example. 5 plus 4, 5 plus 4, that is 9. 9 mod 9 mod 5 plus 4, 9 mod 8 is 1. Like this. That is for the possible for sub addition. For subtraction also we have a minus b mod 8 is the table in which the values are given. Recall the exponential is defined as a to the power 0 is equals to e, the identity element. A to the power n is equals to a into b, a into a into so on a. The dot applied n minus 1 times. A to the power minus n is equals to a to the power r to the power n, where a dash to the power n, where a dash is the inverse of the a. In ordinary arithmetic, exponential rapidly produces very large numbers. However, because of the important property of the modular arithmetic, that intermediate results that can be computed mod m, then it is possible in mod m arithmetic to do powerful exponential without producing very large numbers. Remember, in cryptography, we'll be dealing with very large values of m, so this is important. For example, instead of performing the calculation a to the power n mod m is equals to a dot a dot a dot to the so on to a, we can instead perform Fourier multiplication and use intermediate modular reduction. Let's take a specific case of a to the power 8 mod n. We can calculate it similarly. A to the power 8 mod m is equals to a square mod m whole square mod m whole square mod m. We can write that. Modular arithmetic division. So far, for mod m arithmetic, we have addition, subtraction defined through an additive inverse and multiplication. Then what about the division? Division is defined through multiplicative inverse. In regular arithmetic, the multiplicative inverse 5 is 1 by 5, because 5 minus 5 dot 1 by 5 is equals to 1. In modular arithmetic, things are not so easy. Find x when where 5.x is equals to 1 mod 7, which is equivalent to find out an x and an ak, both integers, such as 5x is equals to 7k plus 1. The general problem is to find x such that a is equals to ax a into x mod m, or a to the power minus 1 is congruent to x mod m. Modular arithmetic multiplicative inverse. Sometimes the modular multiplicative inverse has a solution and sometimes it doesn't have a solution. The inverse of 5 mod 14 is 3. 5 into 3 mod 14 is 1. The inverse of 2 mod 14 does not exist. Look at the row of 2 at the right and it doesn't contain a value 1. It turns out that has a solution if and only if A and N are relatively prime. For example, look at the row to the right. The only rows that contains 1 are the values that are relatively prime to 14. One way of finding the inverse of A modulo M is to append Euclid's greatest common divisor algorithm GCD, the extended Euclidean algorithm. While compute GCD of A, M, we can also find two integers u and v such that GCD of A, M is equals to UA plus VM. If A and M are relatively prime, then the GCD of A, M is equals to 1 and 1 is equals to UA plus VM, that is UA to the mod M, performing a reduction mod M and then multiplying both sides by a to the power minus 1. A to the power minus 1 is equals to UA dot a to the power minus 1, that is equals to U. So if GCD of A, M is equals to 1, then U is the multiplicative inverse of A mod M. Otherwise, there is no multiplicative inverse. Finite or Gauss field. Finite field is a field with a finite number of elements. Finite fields are critical to the success of many cryptographic algorithms. The finite fields are completely known. It is shown that the order of the finite field, number of elements in the field, must be the power of prime, p to the power n, where n is a positive integer. For a given prime p, the finite field of order p, gf of p is defined as a set qp of integer 0, 1, 2, 3 to the p minus 1 together with the arithmetic operations modulo p. Here are the values of a plus b mod 2. A plus b mod 2, 0 plus 0 mod 2 is 0, 0 plus 1 mod 2 is 1, 1 plus 0 mod 2 is 1, 1 plus 1 mod 2 is 0 and a minus b mod 2, that is 0 minus 0 mod 2 is 0, 0 minus 1 mod 2 is 0, 1 minus 0 mod 2 is 0, 1 minus 1 mod 2 is 1. Notice anything in the above example, a plus b mod 2 is equivalent to a XOR b, XOR gate it is happening. A minus b mod 2 is equivalent to a and b, and operation is performing. Another useful feature of arithmetic modulo 2 is in the field Z2 0, 1 there is only one inversion possible. 1 by 1 is equals to 1. So division is the same operation as multiplication. Not surprisingly, the field Z2 is an important tool to analyze certain cryptographic algorithm by computer. Cryptography uses modular arithmetic a great deal because calculating discrete logarithms and square roots mod n can be hard problem. It is easier to work with an computers because it restricts the range of all intermediate values and results. For a k-bit modulus n, the intermediate result of any addition and subtraction or multiplication will not exceed 2 k-bits in length. We can perform modular exponentiation without generating huge intermediate result. Arithmetic operations mod 2 are natural for computers because of equivalence of addition with XOR and multiplication with AND, etc. Zn. Z is a set of all integer. We have seen Zn is a set of integer mod n. Suppose Z10 is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 to 9. Zn star is defined as a set of mod n integers that are relatively prime to n. That is Z10 star is equals to 1379. 0 is missing because GCD of 0, 10 is 10. The multiplication table of Z10 star provides some surprises. Notice anything here? The elements Z in Z10 star is present in the table and no elements other than those are present. Same elements 1379, 1379 only is there in the table. Further, every element in Z10 star is present in every row of the table. What does this mean for Z10 star? It turns out that this is true for all n. Zn star is closed under multiplication mod n. Fermat-Little theorem. This states that if p is a prime and a is a positive integer not divisible by n, p, then a to the power p minus 1 is congruent to 1 mod p. If we multiply both sides by a, we can come up with an alternative form. A to the power p minus 1 dot a is equals to a to the power p, that is a mod p. We can come with that example. Euler's totant function. The important quantity in number theory is Euler's totant function. The number of positive integers less than n, there are relatively prime to n. It is written that is neta of n, and the neta of 1 is equals to 1, neta of p is equals to p minus 1 for prime, neta of m is less than m minus 1 for m composite. In other words, this Euler's totant function neta of n is the number of elements in Zn star. Assume we have two distinct prime numbers p and q and the integer n is equals to pq, then neta of n is equals to neta of pq, that is equals to neta of p into neta of q, that is equals to p minus 1 into q minus 1. Here is what the Euler totant function values look like for small values of n. The dotted red line is the line f of n is equals to n minus 1. This is about this session. In this session we discussed about all the mathematic modular arithmetic, exponential, multiplicative inverse, the finite fields, Zn star, Fermat-Little theorem, Euler's totant function. This is about this session. Thank you.